Welcome to part 3 in the Evolutionary Boid. Here we're seeing some more ongoing developments with the Boid system. So after the last episode, I've removed cohesion, which is bringing all the Boids together into one group per flight. But it was only been applied to the Boid leader, and it seemed to override all the Boid leader's target-seeking abilities, which eventually led it to flying away from the target, and therefore all the other Boids would follow it, and no fun would happen. Also noticed there was some NPC jitter when the Boid was flying towards its target, so that's been corrected as well. And as you can see now, the two different flights denoted by their interconnecting lines of blue and red are behaving a little bit more sensibly. As you can see though, it's still a bit too loose and kind of sloppy, so let's start adjusting some parameters and see what we can do. This is the viewpoint from one of the vessels. As you can see, there's a little bit of jitter there again. I think it's through the rounding accuracy code as the vessel aligns onto its target. Easily fixed. Yeah, there you can see it's rather worse than it should be. So I'll have to see what we can do about correcting that. So here I've tweaked the aligned target damping a little, and the end result is we see a slightly tighter furball and not quite so much jittering around as the vessel aligns onto its chosen target. By the way, the stalls in the video here are because of fraps, which I'm having to use because Windows 10 games DVRs crap and won't record anything at all at the minute. So from the NPC's point of view, it's now able to lock onto a target for an attack run, although there's still some work to do, obviously. There are some peculiar changes of direction going on as well, which make it look twitchy. These all need ironing out and will be addressed as time goes by. Pacing is also yet to be dealt with. Things look a bit slow and graceful at the minute with these cruisers involved. But once we start introducing fighters and then tweaking the gameplay parameters and the AI reaction times, things should start heating up quite well. So now the pilots will only fire on targets when they actually have a weapons firing solution, so the bullet hell is a bit more restrained. And vessels also take damage and get destroyed, which finally leads to some combat attrition. There's two teams which will pummel at each other using controlled fire, but when the leader is now killed, a new one will be selected automatically. This then updates the opposing flight's objectives to target this new leader, and this goes on until one team or the other is fully dead. This combat's largely driven by, well, solely driven by the single flight objective, which is driven by the flight leader. However, at some point, when the personality attributes come into play a bit more, you may find that one of the flights will zoom off to go and collect some cargo from a downed ship, or possibly even go off to kill the pilot that's objective from a damaged ship. Who knows? Okay, well, compared to the last section, there is now one important change to this run which dramatically alters the takedown rate during combat. Now the Boid logic is being told to head for the current target's predicted position based on the closing time for the current selected best weapon. So now they'll basically aim ahead. And as you can see already, vessels are being taken down. We just worked this out by taking the bullet's travel speed, the distance to the target, gives us the closing time for the bullet to actually reach the target, and then we take the target's current velocity, multiply it by that time, and add it to their position to give us the location of where to fire. Pilot then only fires when this predicted position is within its current weapon's best firing solution, and bada bing, take down. There is a bug now where when the enemy flight's taken out, the survivors turn on themselves. This is because they're assessing local threats and deeming their flight members as equal threats to themselves, and therefore deciding to have a pop. Even though I added code to make sure they ignore team members, they seem to be ignoring that code. So that's a bug to fix in the next round. Right, progress continues. So episode 4 hopefully should wrap this one up. So stay tuned and thank you for watching.